Welcome back. We have Stephen Seafield, the landscape architect with Capital Landscaping, is going to be joining us here now, and we're going to be talking about soil quality restoration and stormwater management. Good morning, Stephen. I know there's a lot of exciting programs out there right now to kind of bring attention back to some of the things that we can have going on in conservation strategies in our own backyards.
That's correct. Yeah, a lot of interesting stuff going on right now. A lot of stuff that homeowners can do to improve their lawns and also have a very positive ecological benefit.
All right, talk a little bit about some of the things that people can do to try to, jumpstart what their lawn care is going to be coming up this year.
Sure, yeah, absolutely. A service we can offer this spring is soil quality restoration. And so we basically come in, we do a deep tine aeration. So we're getting about 5 inches with the core. And then we come in and we do compost and we overseed. And the compost is pretty thin. It's probably about fingernail in depth. And then the homeowner will slowly water that in over time. And the compost will start to migrate to where the aeration holes are. And so this ends up raising your organic content of your lawn. And it also helps raise the water retention in your lawn. So I know a lot of new construction. I know my home is new construction, and they took most of the topsoil with it. And so I have mostly clay. And so this is a great type of procedure for anybody that has a clay lawn. It's going to help with water retention. It's going to give you really lush green grass, and it's all natural.
And talk about some of the, for people that, the signs that they may have in their yards that they need to have this done, even if there's, especially for ones that maybe aren't on new construction sites.
Sure, patchy lawns. If you're having to water your lawn all the time to have it be green, to have it be lush, if you're starting to get patches, if you're getting thatch, just overall, if you're seeing your lawn struggle, this is something that could definitely benefit you.
All right, Stephen, I want to ask about an area of some folks' lawns that I've noticed over the past couple of years where they have a hard time even getting the grass to grow in the first place. And it usually seems, for some reason, to be on the west side of the homes that I've noticed that. Would what you're talking about, would that help improve the growing in that area too?
It should, yeah. And so you're hitting on a really good point here. It's on the west side of the home. It's probably getting a decent amount of sun exposure. With those clay soils, things tend to dry out a lot faster. And so that's going to basically suck the moisture out of the ground. Your grass is going to struggle because of it. So if you can amend the soil with some of this compost that we're talking about, that's going to help retain some more moisture in the lawn and should increase the health of your lawn.
And Stephen, we were just looking at some footage of some homes and showing how it looked before and after. Talk about the process. How long before we kind of see these results, and do we need to stay off the lawn during this process? How does that work?
Sure, yeah, that's a good question. So during the process, you do have to stay off the lawn. So you'll notice over time that compost will start to migrate to the aeration holes. That kind of depends on the weather. It depends on how much water you're throwing down on the lawn, but probably within a couple weeks, you'd see that compost start to migrate away. The overall process is done in half a day, so it's relatively fast. And a lot of cities and municipalities will offer 50% funding for this practice.
Wonderful.
Wow.
And real quick, just talk about some of the other practices that are available in regards to managing the stormwater in yards. I know with rain barrels and rain gardens and so forth. Expand on that a little.
Sure, yeah. Rain gardens are really big right now. That's basically where we're taking the water that's on your lawn and we're going to redirect it, not just your lawn, but also your roof as well. So basically any impervious area that we can redirect the water, we're going to redirect that over to the rain garden based on the size of that area. That's how we determine the size of the overall rain garden. And then we amend the soil in the rain garden to help with infiltration of the water. And we typically do native plantings. in that rain garden, which do great here in Iowa. And they're also, pollinators for bees, butterflies, and whatnot. So adds multiple layers of interest.
Yeah, it seems to become really popular in the past couple of years, too, and you guys have become experts at creating those, haven't you?
Oh, we appreciate it. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Now, when it comes to rain barrels and stuff like that, you guys do all the installation of all these things, too, correct?
We can, yeah, that is correct. Yep, so any stormwater needs you might have, we should be able to help you out.
Okay, talk about the best way for people to kind of reach out to you right now and maybe get some appointments scheduled and take advantage of some of these programs and services and learn more about the programs that are available.
Sure, absolutely. Yeah, you can call us anytime. I mean, our office hours are about 7:30 to 4 every day right now. As the season starts to get into full swing, there will be people here more often, probably about 7:30 to about 5:30 every night. So feel free to give us a call. I also wanted to let you know, with the COVID-19 that's going on right now, we can actually do the estimates from the office for the soil quality restoration. It's a relatively simple process, and we can then shoot that over your way. So there doesn't have to be any sort of person-to-person contact, and we can maintain that social distance.
Right. And how soon are you going to be able to get into the yards and start getting the actual physical work done? How soon do you anticipate that?
Sure. Well, we have crews that are going out here this morning for spring cleanups. So, here in the next month, we'll probably be in full swing.
All right.
All right.
Excellent. Perfect.
Thank you very much for joining us this morning. Go to capitallandscaping.com for more information.